everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue and I am back for another Empire review. Yes. Okay, so y'all, this is our second to last episode of Empire, and then there's a 2-hour finale next week on Wednesday. So yeah, so we're gonna be there together. I'm not gonna be there, but I'll be there in spirit, and then I'll catch up in the morning. That'll be what happens. But you'll still get your review the next day. Anyway, you guys, so let's go ahead and get into Empire, okay? All right, so they're having a family meeting at the hospital with Andre, okay? Y'all know light skin is the right skin, okay? Stupid. Andre is at the hospital. I don't know why the hospital looks like the billiard room of a mansion, but we're gonna go ahead and let the hospital have it, okay? Lucius ass decided not to show up because he doesn't want to see his son like that. And this kind of fucked Andre up a little bit. I mean, he was even worse than he was initially, okay? And he was really bad initially, but now he's not talking. It's almost like in a comatose type thing going on where he's just totally not there. Jennifer Hudson is a musical therapist and she's there to help him. And Cookie's like, musical therapist and all of this shit. This is some white people stuff. It's white people problems. And Jennifer Hudson is like, ignorant bitch. Cookie, that's ignorant as fuck. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why that's ignorant as fuck. Bitch, you didn't go to jail in the 70s. What are you talking about? Okay, what are you talking about? Did we not have bipolarism in the early 90s? Is that what you're trying to tell me right now? I don't believe that, Cookie. I don't believe that. I believe people was bipolar back then, okay? So Cookie is like, you know, trying to blame it on Rhonda. And then there's a flashback of Lucius and Mary J. Blige singing at a Christmas party when Andre comes in with all of these expensive gifts. It was his 10th, I think, no, not 10th, his sophomore year in college. And him and Rhonda were already dating, and he must have like just showed up at the house with all of these bags full of like diamonds and hats and scarves, just like he did last time when go bought a fucking car, you know, because he's flipping out. That's when he had his first mental breakdown, okay? So they kind of had the little, you know, flashback of this while Cookie is sitting up there talking to him because she just doesn't understand this. And, you know, she's like, I'm so sorry, baby. I wish I could have been there for you. And she's crying, and Rhonda's just staring at him with tears falling out her eyes. And everybody is just, like, real sad and kid-glovey. And it's just some bullshit that Lucius is not there because he doesn't want to see his son in a weak state. And it's like, well, nigga, you about to not have any control over anything in a minute, like your speech, your posture, your bowels. Like, you won't have control of anything at all. This is how you're gonna spend the time that you have left with your capabilities, just straight up being an asshole to everybody. Like, this is just ridiculous. I can't believe that you wouldn't go. I can't believe that you wouldn't go. You're so fucking dismissing. And as somebody that's so fucked up, it baffles me why you think that you don't have a weakness when it's so obvious that you do. Okay? You have several weaknesses. Bitches, money, crazy bitches, okay? And then more money. Power. Power. It's like, oh, that's my empire. Fuck out of here, okay? You're gonna be shitting in a colostomy bag soon enough, okay? Also, did I not mention how Lucius was winking and nodding and shit at Olivia, who was at the party with some tight ass dress on, looking a hot ass mess? Girl, go ahead. Okay, I just meant, like, you know, because y'all know Raven-Symoné is a great actress. So, you know, she really put the whole dress on when she put the whole dress on. She got up and shimmied that bitch down, titties all like this. I'm like, you better get it, Raven-Symoné, but this character is stank. Vernon and Lucius are signing these papers for the IPO, okay? Talking about how, you know, Lucius is doing this for his family and he cares about his family and he loves his family. And Vernon is like, well, nigga, if you love your family so much, why are you not at the hospital with Andre doing what a man who loves his family would do? And, you know, he's like, I don't want to see him like that. And, you know, Vernon's like, well, look, do what you will. But, you know, hey, at least we finally got this IPO on the ground, nigga. I mean, we finally got this IPO on the ground, nigga. No, Dad. That's how you gonna leave me? You gonna leave me hanging like that? That's what's up? That's out on these streets. You leave your boy hanging after all these years. We done finally got to this point. We done finally climbed the stairway to heaven, and you wanna play me on some dust shit? No pound? Fuck out of here. What's the issue? Oh, so you still mad? Oh, so you mad about Andre again? Is that it? Man, I wasn't trying to go behind your back, okay? I was just trying to protect you. No, okay? I would expect that from Andre, but not you, cause you from the streets. Nah. You tried to stab me in my back. And this is mine. I did this shit. Oh, so you did it all alone, huh? Just you, huh? This your shit, huh? Okay. And I'm like, see, this is where you fuck up. This is where you fuck up. Because this nigga knows where all the bodies are buried. So Malcolm goes to see Cookie to tell her exactly what I told y'all last episode. I said it. I know if you watched the review, you heard me say it. And what I said was, okay? I said what I said. Shout out to Nene. God damn it. Anyway, I said that he felt some type of way about her. You could tell. Like, you could tell he been thinking about her. He came in the office and told her, look, I don't want you to think I'm making funny with you or nothing like that, but I got to back up off you, okay? Because I was disloyal to my employer when I fell for his old lady, okay? And she was like, so wait a minute. You mean to tell me you falling for me? And she walks over to him, and y'all, if she didn't look good in that dress, okay? I plays no games. Y'all better get it, okay? And she walks over to him, and he's like, all I'm saying is I have feelings for you. And she like looks at him, and she's like, Malcolm. And then they kiss, and then they make out. And he's like, you want me to leave? And she was like, no. And then they kiss some more, and it was hot. And I was like, I told y'all. Told y'all ass to get down now. I told y'all ass to get down now. So Jamal is in the studio, y'all, okay, and he's doing this really, really nice, pretty little song, you know, a little nice pop for Lola, and it's a song about his baby, because right now he's really loving on the fact that he has a daughter, okay? So after he finished, you know, doing the song, and he's gushing about her, and the little guy that he's dating, y'all know the photographer dude, I never really caught the boy name, but y'all know I told y'all, the curls congregate right here. Curls congregate right up in here, okay? And like Bruno Mars, like that boy, like that, except for more ethnic, more black, less Hawaiian, more black, okay? You know, curls a little tighter, so it's like smaller curls, but it's still in the same area right here, like a conch. Anyways, so he tells him that, you know, basically he told him, you know, you're a bigger man than me, but I didn't sign up to be, you know, anybody's parent. And he's like, man, of course we're not there yet. I'm not asking you to co-parent. You know what I'm saying? But that's my daughter, and I want her to come live with me. And he's like, well, look, I'm not saying, you know, you're a great guy, but that's not something I see myself dealing with. So Pop goes to Weezy, goes to Weezy, go Pop. Jamal like, all right, then, you know, it is what it is. But I see next episode somebody's going to be getting fucked. And it's one of these two. And it might be both. So as far as I'm concerned, this conversation might be null and void. So y'all just hold on tight, okay? We're going to get through the rest of it. So Reggie, Olivia's ex-boyfriend, rolls up on her trying to get on a bus, okay? She was trying to go out of town and see some of her people, obviously running from this crazy nigga. And he rolls up on her and tells her that she and Lola are his, and let's go get Lola. And I'm like, oh, is he molesting the baby? Like, what is going on? I don't like this. Okay, I don't like this at all. Like, what's wrong with him? Anyway, so Camilla is taking charge of Hakeem's image. So she's doing a photo shoot at, you know, his or her apartment. I can't tell which one, but it's definitely on some private type shit, okay? And he tells her that, you know, he's just really bummed out about what's going on with his dad. His dad didn't show up for Andre, and it bothered him, okay? And he's feeling some type of way. So Camilla is just telling him that, you know, everything was going to be okay, and, you know, your daughter, you know, your father's rootless, you know, but, you know, we're gonna get your career. So it was just like rubbish. It was just all rubbish. Like Huck, I feel like kind of ignoring his feelings a little bit, just so she can get him to keep focusing on his career, okay? And, you know, he says they're like the modern day Antony and Cleopatra or some shit like that, or I might be missing it or something like that. I think I'm missing it, but either way, both motherfuckers ended up dead. So I guess this is a foreshadowing. I hope not, okay? But the way they did that snap and then go to the next scene type shit, I was like, oh, so what y'all trying to say? Andre decided that he's not going over to Dad's house this evening to sign no goddamn papers. Okay? So he tells the desk people to get the paperwork ready so he can send Rhonda as his proxy, and she tries to get on him and be all sexy about it to try to get him to go. And he's like, get the fuck off me. The papers at the desk, get the fuck up out my face. This is who I am. He don't want to see me at my lowest point, then he don't need to see me at all. And that's how Andre feel about it. So Rhonda got to go her ass over to the house. So Jamal is putting Lola to bed, and she tells him that she's scared of the birds. And he's like, scared of the birds? There's no birds in here. You know, like he thinking it's just, you know, baby little girl talk or whatever. Maybe she saw the birds by accident. Who knows? So Jamal asks if she wants to come and live with him so that he can protect her from now on. And, you know, she's like, yeah. And she's so cute, yeah. That little girl is so precious. I don't know where they found her from. Anyway, so later on in the evening, after she wakes up, because she wasn't that tired from the beginning, Hakeem and him sing the song that he did for her. And it was so cute, y'all. L-O-L-A. And like, welcome to the family. You're a lion, rapping, lullaby. What the fuck? It was just cute, though. Like, rapping lullabies. God damn it. So Luscious Lucius is telling Cookie that she is now the head of the A&R department. And she's like, what you talking about, Lucius? And he's like, well, whatever Cookie wants, Cookie gets. And I'm like, nigga, you so lame for that one. But we're going to go ahead and give it to you, okay? She tells him that what she wants is for him to be a better father to their sons and to allow her to produce his album under her name. Cookie Lyons produces the, you know, Lucius Lyons sound. You know what I'm saying? They want to do it real big, like that, like this, and like that, and like that, and like this, and you know. And, you know, of course he's going to agree to this because right now he's hot on Cookie's cookies, okay? Vernon is at the club, you know, dipping his pinkies into some white girl when Olivia and Reggie come through the VIP asking for him to take them over to see Lola so that they can get Lola. And since everybody has been looking for Olivia's ass, I mean, I guess he thought, why not? I mean, she is the child's mother, you know. Jamal goes to Lucius and tells him that he wants to take Lola to live with him. But Lucius says that she doesn't need to be raised in that type of environment. So Jamal sits down like, oh, so I guess we're going to have another one of these conversations when I chin check your fucking ass and make you understand what the situation actually is, okay? So, you know, he basically says, so what about if all of a sudden she has a trait that you don't want to see? You know, like Andre's bipolarism or my gayism. You know, like what about that? What about that? What's going to happen when she does something or becomes someone that you might not necessarily want her to be? You know, what's going to happen then, Dad? You know, and Lucius is like, man, look, all I know is this is what it's gonna be. She ain't leaving, on some shit like that. And I guess Jamal was like, nigga, please, okay? So then we flash back to when Andre had that first mental breakdown and Lucius clapped back on that doctor because he was so pissed off about the doctor saying that Andre had a disability. Gonna say, little rich white girl, you better not tell anybody. And she was like, okay, I won't tell anybody. You know, she got the sweater tied around her shoulders and shit. I was like, girl, come on now. You really? That's how y'all dress? So Cookie is on the phone, okay, in the house. Somewhere flirting with Malcolm, okay? She ain't got no panties on, the type of Eartha Kitt talk. My can't styling. When Lucius comes in like, baby, guess who wants to be a daddy all of a sudden? And she tells Lucius that his ass needs to support Jamal after she act like she getting off the phone with one of her girlfriends asking about how to fry some chicken. And I'm like, now which one of your hood ass friends don't know how to fry chicken? Anyway, so then Hakeem and Camilla walk in and Cookie and Lucius are looking at this old bitch like she got her panties wrapped around my boy's neck and he can't breathe. But they're going to be cordial for Hakeem because everybody loves Hakeem. So Hakeem and Camilla take them into the living room and they're looking through all of these photos that Camilla just took of Hakeem and how good they look. And then Hakeem decides that he's going to play the song for them since they're still waiting for Rhonda and Andre to get there, not knowing that Andre's ass is not coming. And y'all, I really like the song. I thought the song was fly. They sampled that I Dream of Jeannie. You know what I'm saying? I love that shit. Okay, it rocked. I really did like it. It was a song basically about age ain't nothing but a number and the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Okay, it was a song about a young man and an old bitch. Okay, like that was basically how it was going. And I thought it was cute. I thought it was a good song. I thought the pictures were good. I think that Camilla might actually have Hakeem's best interest at heart. But I do think she comes from a standpoint of what she can get out of the situation no matter what. Okay, I'm not dumb enough to believe otherwise. Okay, and this obviously bothers Lucius. So he take Camilla into his office, okay, and ask her how much she loves his son. Okay, and what this really means is how much can I pay you to disappear? Okay, and he tells her how he ran her credit and saw that her business is in trouble and that she's selling her, you know, fashions to pay for her lifestyle, and that he would pay her a hefty amount of money every what, every 6 months, he said, or some shit like that, for her to leave and never come back. He gonna have all her shit in her apartment sent over to her flats in London, okay? And don't ever come your ass back and take this check. And she said, you know what, Lucius, you're an awful human being, and I don't want your money. Yeah, that's right, y'all. Camilla scrapped that shit up real quick and threw it in his face like confetti, like bow. Okay, I wish I had some confetti. I'd be like bow, you know what I'm saying, like right all over the screen. Tell him that he was an awful human being and that he's going to be, you know, in a wheelchair with a colostomy bag behind him in 6 months, and she cannot wait until he dies, and she hopes he has a horrible death, and to kiss it, you know, kiss her ass basically, and you know, she's gonna be back as soon as he dies. So happy hunting, dear. Malcolm takes her to the airport. She's in the backseat crying. I felt so bad for Camilla. I did not like, you know, Grandma Camilla, but at the end of the day, love is love, and you can't be telling two grown-ass people, you know, what to do, okay? You look at it and be like, that's a damn shame, and you know that eventually this is going to run its course. But you go ahead and let him do what he want to do. If he want to go ahead and have him an old chick, you know, it's going to eventually break up. Shit, I mean, he, by the grace of God, he's going to outlive her at some point, so, you know, everybody just calm down, let that man have his fun. I don't understand. Like, he's protected money-wise. What's she going to do? You know what I mean? Ain't getting married, you know, clutch the pearls if that happened though. So Rhonda finally shows up to sign these papers, okay, and Lucius gets pissed off because he don't want no rich white girl signing them papers trying to fatten her rich white family's pockets. And Rhonda turns to him and says, you know, I've been married to your son for 10 years and you know nothing about me, okay? I worked my ass off to put myself through Penn State, okay? I've never gotten anything for nothing, and I never expect anything for nothing, okay? Now, where do I sign? She looked at them papers and saw that the shares was $750 instead of $1 million, and she was like, what in the absolute shit is happening right now? And then she looked at Hakeem and Jamal's papers and saw that their shit was reduced as well. So Cookie's sitting up there like, after all this, you gonna do this to him too? You gonna do this to Andre too, Lucius? What is wrong with you? You know, she's in that mode until Lucius tells her that he took that money from them so that he can give it to her. And, you know, she sat back down and Rhonda was like, yeah, he's basically buying you with money he stole from his sons. He was like, I ain't steal shit, you little grub bitch. This is all mine. I'm sharing it. Therefore, it's called shares, okay? I'm sharing my shit, okay? None of you people deserve any of this shit, really. That's how he felt. And she was like, yeah, that's right, because you did it all on your own, right? You did it all by yourself, right? And it's like, no, because if you had done it all by yourself, your ass would be in jail right now because Vernon wouldn't have been there to save the day, and Andre wouldn't have been there to lie for you, and Rhonda's ass wouldn't have been there to make sure Andre was on his meds so he can do whatever the fuck he had to do to protect your ass, okay? So no, it's been a team effort this entire time, my nigga. Where have you been? Okay? Like, I don't understand where Lucius is coming from. How are you going to act like your business is all about family and then act like you did it all on your own when really you didn't even have the balls to start this career off without the help of Cookie, who you left in jail to rot for 17 years. But we'll get to that. At the hospital, Jennifer Hudson is singing to Andre and trying to talk and pray with him, even though, you know, he does not pray. And when she got down on her knees in between his legs and shit, I was like, well, bitch, y'all gonna fuck in the hospital? Is this what's going on? This is a relaxed setting, but goddamn. But no, that's not what happened. She wanted to pray. And I'm like, you had to get all up in that man's personal space to pray? Okay. So then Vernon, Olivia, and Reggie show up to Lucius' house, okay? Vernon is high as a kite, and Lucius is pissed off that he brought them people to his house asking him what the fuck is wrong with him and why is this man here, who is he? And so he's like, I'll go find out. I'll go find out. He all kind of doped up and riled up because he on the coke. And he pushes him real hard and he looks at him. And, you know, Lucius is like, man, are you on that thing again, man? You doing that thing again, bro? And, you know, he kind of just looked down and he was like, man, go home and get yourself cleaned up. You know, like, on some I feel bad for him, but I don't give a fuck right now type shit. So then he go back into the room where Cookie is talking to this dude, Reggie, about his bird tattoos. And Jamal is over there talking to Olivia, peeping the scene. And Olivia is standing up there whispering, talking about, help me, this nigga crazy, help me. You know, like that. And so Jamal is about to run over there and attack the Reggie dude, and Reggie pull out the gun. And y'all know Jamal is not scared of nobody's fucking gun. He pushed his head all up in the gun. Do it, nigga. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Okay, what you gonna do? And Hakeem throwing his watch across the, that's $30,000. If money is all you want, you good, son. Through the watch. Man, nigga don't want no watch. He mad because you married his old lady and impregnated the bitch. Man, get the heat, son. Like, what is this, baby boy? This nigga think he's Snoop Dogg? She was like, I was married to him before I even met you, sweetheart. This didn't happen after you. You can't be upset. This nigga's psychotic, okay? While all this commotion going on, and Lucius busts in and see the gun pointed on Jamal, and he's like, no, it was me, okay? I put the baby in her, and everybody's looking at Lucius like, what the fuck? And he thinking that everybody gonna be okay with this omission of fucked upness, but in all actuality, no. Everybody is pretty still pissed about it after everything settles down, because Malcolm comes in there and shoots dude in the fucking head because he had a gun to Cookie's head, and we don't hesitate when you got a gun to Cookie's head. So Malcolm straight up blew that boy top like clean off. Bow. He didn't even see it coming. Dead to the floor. You know, he ushers Cookie out, but right before, she tells Lucius, you ain't shit. I wish he would have shot your ass. And you know, they ushered her out. And the next day, Lucius decides he's going to try to propose to her again by saying, you know, he got 18,000 square feet. He wants to share with her. And she like, Lucius, what? Like, what do you want me to move in with you, Lucius? And she was like, he was like, no, I want you to be my one again. We did this. We built this together. Oh, but I thought it was just you. Anyway, like contradicting the fuck out of itself. Nigga, is it the medication? What's going on? Like, is it the sickness? Explain to us why you're confused about who did what and when. But anyway, you know, she told him get the fuck, okay? She told him that the only reason that he wants to be with her now is because he's about to die and he doesn't want to die alone. And she actually did have some stupid fantasy about them being together when she got out of jail. But see, now she know he can't love nobody. He only cares about himself. And she walked out on that ass with a smirk on her face and then ran to Malcolm and told him to take her somewhere. And I'm like, y'all better fucking do it. So fuck. Anyway, y'all, that was basically everything that happened on Empire. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And Care Bear share. Care Bear share. And I just wanted to mention before I go, I have another book review coming up soon. It's another Lloyd Johnson book. It's actually really good. I'm just now starting to get into it. I'm on chapter 11. Chapter 11, okay? It's called Tricks for a Trade, okay? It's really good. You know what I'm saying? So if you read the other book and you liked it, or if you didn't, you should check this book out. It's also very good. You know, if you're okay with reading things about homosexuality, if you're going to be like, you know, splashing holy water in your eyes all night because you read a book about homosexuality, please do not bother. But if, you know, you're okay, then by all means, read the book. It's a real good book. So, I'll see y'all in my next review. I love you guys. Bye.